people hear the term delegated authority. I can define it really simply. Delegated authority is like when you give your kids the keys to your car. You just delegated authority to them and they're going off to like drive your car. Many of us have sometimes given our password to someone else to do something for us. Or when you give someone else your credit card and they go and they pretend that they're you, those are all imperfect forms of delegated authority. In a world where we did this correctly, you'd be able to do things like give you the permission to drive my car without giving a physical key. I ought to just be able to send you a text message that has a token in it that will let you drive my car. And, the question is, can you take that token and give it to someone else? Well, you can with a car key. I gave you the car key. You gave it to someone else. But maybe in this world, I only gave you permission and you can't further on send that to another person. So it's the ability now in software. We talk about programmable money. Well, these are programmable credentials. And it's really no different than sometimes when you do an Airbnb, they send you a code and it works for a little while. These codes can all be sent around just like we send text messages around with text, videos, music. Now we can just send around credentials and they can be targeted. So they can only be used by one person or a person for a particular point in time or some combination. And so the ability to manage all of that between phones, between identities, it ought to happen without you having to get an app for every, like right now, if I want to delegate authority to drive my Tesla, I have to do it through the Tesla app. Why can't I just send you authority to drive my Tesla as a text message so that you simply get it on your phone, just like you get a YouTube video link on your phone, right? And so we'll move to a world where the credentials can be moved around independent of any application. And the credentials are attached not to your phone, not to your app, but to your identity. And so everything happens at the identity layer. And that's the key thing. Otherwise, it's always going to be a company controlling everything. It might be Apple or Google. It might be Uber or Airbnb. In this world, the credentials really live with you and your identity. And that's what we're here to promote. So that's why we start with identity first. And then you go around with an Easter egg basket to collect or give out these credentials. And so eventually it should cover everything from a credential that lets you manage my money to a credential that lets you drive my car to a credential that lets a doctor share my medical record with someone else. But it ought to be able to be managed by you for the benefit of you.